About 30,000 years ago, no phone, no Netflix, no electricity, just you, a fire, the dark forest all around, and a few people sitting nearby staring at the same flames. So here's a question nobody asks enough. What did ancient humans actually do? Were they bored out of their minds? Were they too exhausted from hunting to even feel it? Or did they have their own version of fun? Today, we're going back, way, way back, to find out how our ancestors dealt with the same restless feeling you get on a lazy Sunday afternoon. Most people assume ancient humans were just running from lions all day. Hunt, gather, sleep, repeat. No time to breathe. But that's actually not true. Studies of modern hunter-gatherer communities, groups still living like our ancestors, show they only spend about 3 to 5 hours a day getting food. That means they had free time. A lot of it. And free time means one inevitable thing: the possibility of boredom. So yes, 30,000 years ago, somewhere on this planet, a human was definitely sitting there thinking, I have no idea what to do right now. They were just like us. And honestly, that's the most comforting thing I've ever learned. But here's the key difference. Their daily chores weren't meaningless background noise. Every task kept someone alive. Making that spear wasn't busy work. It was the thing that fed your family. That sense of real purpose? It's a natural antidote to boredom that most of us have lost. So what did they actually do with their free time? Let's start with something that surprises people: games. We have evidence of game boards going back over 5,000 years in Egypt and Mesopotamia. Dice made from animal bones. Simple games carved into stone. These weren't for royalty, they were for regular people killing time around camp. Sounds like a bored Tuesday night to me. Then there was crafting, and humans have been obsessively decorating objects for over 100,000 years. Shell beads, pendants carved from teeth, patterns etched into bones for absolutely no practical reason. Why? Because it looked nice, because it was satisfying, because creativity feels good, and it always has. They also explored, wandered, poked things out of pure curiosity, tested which plants did what. Ancient humans were endlessly curious about the world around them, and curiosity, it turns out, is the greatest cure for boredom ever invented. But here's where it gets genuinely beautiful. The cave paintings at Lascaux in France, painted 17,000 years ago, are so detailed and so alive that when modern artists first saw them, they refused to believe a so-called primitive human made them. But they did, with ochre and charcoal in their bare hands, pressed against stone in the deep dark of a cave. Why? Maybe ritual, maybe storytelling, maybe just because the image in their head needed to get out somehow. That same impulse, you felt it when you doodle, when you hum a random song. That's the same ancient brain doing the same ancient thing. The oldest musical instrument ever found is a bone flute, carved from a vulture's wing, 40,000 years old. Someone shaped it carefully, held it to their lips, and played it. They sang, they danced, they made rhythm by clapping and stomping and banging rocks together. And then, the most powerful thing of all, stories. Researchers studying modern hunter-gatherers found that around 80% of their evening conversations weren't about survival. They were telling stories about what someone did, about a strange dream, about the time the river flooded, about what lives beyond that mountain. That's your group chat. That's your dinner table. That's humans being human across 30,000 years without a single thing changing. And the sky? That was their television. No light pollution, just an enormous, breathtaking spread of stars every single night. They named them, connected them, built whole mythologies around them. They looked up at the same moon you're looking at right now, and they wondered about it. So, were ancient humans bored? Probably. Sometimes. Yes. But here's what I find remarkable. They didn't have a billion options to escape boredom. They had a handful. Fire, stories, music, movement, each other. And those handful of things were enough to keep the human spirit going for hundreds of thousands of years. We have infinite options, and somehow we're more restless than ever. We scroll past 1,000 things looking for the one that finally feels like enough. Ancient humans didn't have that problem. When the story was being told, they listened. When someone picked up that bone flute and started playing, everyone stopped and paid attention. They were present. Maybe boredom isn't something we need to fix with more stuff. Maybe it's a signal, a knock from inside saying, "Look up. Be here. Make something. Say something real to someone you care about." That's what our ancestors figured out 30,000 years ago, sitting around a fire in the dark. The question is, have we forgotten? If you made it to the end, I think you would have survived around that fire. You're a good listener. Ancient humans would have liked that. Drop a comment below. What do you think you'd do with a long, quiet evening and zero screens? I genuinely want to know. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next one.